Okay, so this is how to use the lash cleanser. So you will have one in your kit. You just need to give it a good shake and then pump some straight onto a cotton pad, and then use one of your applicator sticks. I've used a earbud here, and you just want to pick some up and brush it through your client's lashes. You should do this before every single set, including an infill. Instead of using an earbud, you should use one of the applicators that you have in your kits, and this just helps to make sure that there's no makeup, dust or anything that's going to help affect the retention of your lashes that you do, because often it's not your fault, it's that the client has dirty eyelashes. Okay, so now we're on to micropore tape. What you want to do is you just want to make sure that the micropore tape is placed properly so your client is nice and comfortable. So the way to do this is by taking off a large strip of the tape, about that big, and what you want to do is you want to rip it in half, because we don't need to waste that much tape. There we go. Now, the reason why I prefer to use micropore tape over gel pads is because it's a lot cheaper, so it's a lot better for you. And not only that, you can adapt it to each client, so it can be much more comfortable for the client. So all you need to do is you just need to ask your client to look up, and then you want to make sure that you tape it over in a crossing motion. So you do one side, make sure you cover all the lashes up. The key in this part is confidence. And all you want to do is then just pop it over onto the other side and make sure all the lashes are covered. If they're not, just take it off and do it again. It's really not a problem. And then just get your client to look at one more time, double check that they're comfortable and that there's no lashes exposed. And then you're ready to start lashing. Okay, so now we need to put the glue on the jade stone. All you need to do is to just take off one piece of micropore tape and attach it to the jade stone. This helps to protect it. And then the next thing you need to do is to screw off the cap of your glue, pop it if you need to, and then make sure you just pop a small blob of glue onto the jade stone. There's no need to put too much on, because if it dries you're just wasting too much glue. So just a nice little circle like that will get you through for your whole set. Okay, so this is lash mapping. There's already a lot of this on in the presentation, but I just thought I'd show you a little video of how it's done. So what you want to do is you want to, after you put the tape on, draw lines where the lashes begin and end, and then what we're going to do is we're going to split it into thirds. This will just help make the lashes look as natural and as symmetrical as possible. So what I did was I asked my client what it was they were looking for, and she wanted something quite natural. So natural usually means about 13mm in length, but because I want to follow the natural shape of the eye, obviously the outer section is going to be 13mm, the middle section is going to be 12mm, and the inner section is going to be 11mm. So you just want to write that down and mark it on both of the eyes, just to make sure that the eyes are symmetrical once you're done and one section isn't larger than the other on each eye. So this is just for your own knowledge, so it can be as messy or as neat as you like it to be, but it's just super helpful to help you know what sections you're doing and what lashes you're doing where, especially as well if you need to take a break during the set. So once you've got hold of your lash, you just want to make sure you dip just the bottom 2mm into the glue. You don't want to overcoat, just a nice little blob there at the end. Okay, so this is actually the application of the eyelashes. So first you want to do is you want to grab your tweezers and you just want to isolate one particular lash. Obviously then dip your lash extension in glue and place it on. Obviously, you know, to make sure it's super straight, the glue does take a couple of seconds to dry so you can manipulate it the way you like. So I'm just going to show you that one more time. So this is a different lash again now. So you just want to isolate one particular lash. That bit is particularly challenging and takes quite a long time to master, but just keep practicing. Dip it in the glue and then just place it. It can be either on top, underneath, to the side, whatever way you like. Then hold for a few seconds